There we go. People can now see and hear us.
Fuck that guy.
David, I'm gonna need you to get over the Splatoon thing. God.
I was referring to someone else.
Mm.
mainly
Oh,
my
you're in a different
boss.
online argument now. Jeez. Okay,
All right.
Another game. Just
And then let me double check here.
Game 1.
Okay, good. All right, you guys. Who's ready to start the show?
I am.
Yeah, I think I am.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Aw, yeah. What is going on, everybody? It's Game That Tune, and we are back in the house once again. It's your boy John Harrington here. I've got Jesse Moore with me. Say hey.
hey.
I've got David Fleming with me. Say hey.
Hey.
And we've got the newly crowned August Absurdity champion, the king of the show 2023, the man himself, John fucking Regan.
Yeah,
Johnny,
that's
say
right. Hey, I'm the king.
Hey, man.
When did that happen?
Okay, no,
Okay,
Jesse,
what?
you only get to be confused about the reality of the show with certain things. Johnny definitely won August Absurdity.
Jesse,
It
you need
didn't
to.
happen in August.
Jesse,
but
I'm
it
getting
happened.
genuinely concerned.
Yeah.
Wait, who is this?
Jesse's
Where
got
am
that
I?
memento thing going on with regards to Game That Tune shows. He's here, he participates, but as soon as he looks away, he forgets what happened on the show. He needs to start taking pictures and writing notes
Who are
on
you
them.
guys?
Oh, no, Sammy Jenkins! Oh, God. Oh, it's Sammy. It's time for my shot. But yeah, no, it's Game That Tune back in the house for episode 350, guys. Good God. What a show we keep doing. What a show it's been. What a show it's going to continue to be. The show on which we listen to video game tunes and try and guess the games based on the songs. Maybe a little bit of trivia. We goof off. We have a lot of fun. The winner at the end of the night or at the end of the August Absurdity tournament picks the theme for the next episode and plays some bonus tunes. And Johnny won, and I believe he declared some sort of bold new direction for the show coming out of August Absurdity. So Johnny, let's talk about what we've got for tonight's episode.
Tonight's episode is gonna be a free play.
That bold new direction.
Oh, you thought this was gonna be a fun free play jingle? Surprise, motherfuckers! This is Dark GTT.
Come October.
Pussy Juice. Pac-Man Pro Wrestling.
Parasite Inc., not Parasite Steve.
All hail Alexi.
Sucking Squiddies.
Underappreciated Patrick Wahlberg.
How does Ganondorf eat the Master Sword?
Every good bitch deserves fucking.
Oh, foolishness, I've said things this pervert mouse, but guess this is sweet.
Get fucked.
Oh shit!
God,
What was that?
That was not part of the jingle.
thanks for stopping that before we got fucking taken off of all the services. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow.
Well, that was fun.
So, wowee, Johnny. So it's that new dark era of Game That Tune, huh? It's Dark GTT. But that was a free play jingle, so it is a free play tonight.
Was it?
Yes, it's gonna be a free play tonight.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I can't decide if you should talk like that for the whole show or never talk like that again.
I feel like we're gonna have to test it out a little bit more than just one sentence, but I'm not sure I can tolerate much of that. Just because it's so not Johnny. It's it's demon possessed Johnny. That's not his whole vibe. This is a really strange tonal shift for you, John.
It's like Dark Ryu.
I guess.
King, so it's my choice.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think I don't like it because I can't understand a word you're saying.
I heard something about my choice, so I guess that's good.
Oh, he's
Yes,
pro-choice.
Johnny. It is your body, your choice. But I don't know, man. This, it's a real character shift. I think we should probably start doing more stuff like that. We should probably change our characters up every now and then, not just after August Absurdity. So really, Johnny, he's kind of ushering in a bold new era of Game That Tune with less reality, more character based nonsense. Yes, exactly. It's just a gimmick heavy show that we're going to do from here on out, as though it hasn't been gimmick heavy all along.
I don't know about like portraying like new characters and taking on new identities. I mean, that sounds ridiculous. Like, could you imagine if I all of a sudden came on as some sort of like Russian wrestling ninja? Like, that would be absurd.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah. Who would do such a thing?
No one would believe you.
How absurd.
Thank you. I agree, Johnny. Let's try not to overbook this thing. But okay, well, it's a dark new free play for Game That Tune. Is it Game That Tune dark now, or are we going after dark? I mean, in a sense, we've always been kind of a dark show.
Now we're gonna get worse.
We've always been after dark too.
Oh, jeez. So
get into scat, guys.
What? That's
Nope.
How is that? How is that fucking? That's not a thing you're associated. Not. I'm not in favor of any definition of the word scat being used on this show. So I think, Johnny, we just got to hit it up, man. Start it up. Game 1.
Game 1.
Okay, hold on.
Stop playing that song.
Why is that on the board?
Okay, here we go for real.
Game 1.
So it's actually on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why that never dawned on me.
Somewhere down in Fullerton, that's a place we used to go to get away from it all. Somewhere down in Fullerton, that's a place we used to go to get away from it all. But I'm still trying to figure out why we feel so wrong when we felt so right 4 years ago. So please don't go away. I want this feeling stay with me forever. Forever I said please don't go away. I just want you to stay with me forever. Someone down in Fullerton, that's a place that meant so much to everybody like me. Someone down in Fullerton, that's a place that meant the world to everybody like me. But I'm still trying to figure out why it feels so wrong when it felt so right. Felt so right 4 years ago.
Merciful fade.
All right. So this game features characters and stages licensed from Disney's The Lion King, Tarzan, and Toy Story.
Well, I know you can't work said, I guess it doesn't matter. Guess it doesn't matter anymore. 'Cause you're gonna go to the record store. You're gonna give them all your money. Radio plays what they want you to hear.
All right, who's got some answers?
Ooh.
So David says Johnny's High School Mixtape : the video game, which is pretty damn close. Jesse and John both say Disney skateboard. Well, John says Disney skateboard something. Jesse says Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. I'm gonna give it to both of you. This is Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure.
Aha! Watch me do an air Christ.
God.
So yeah, this is a skateboarding game released on the PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. And there's a Game Boy Advance port, but this is not from the Game Boy Advance version.
Gosh, I
what?
just keep bailing on them gnarly grinds.
Goofy is not playable, nor is Mickey, unfortunately.
What?
It's strictly the games I named. You have characters from Toy Story, Tarzan,
I told you who it was.
to Disney, Toy Story, Tarzan, and Lion King.
You must grind the rails, Kimba. I mean Simba.
And yeah, it
You
uses
must
the
collect the hidden videotapes, Simba, and take your place in the circle of life.
yeah, you gotta collect the letter skate. It uses the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 engine.
No kidding.
And the music.
Yeah, also not just the engine, the soundtrack too.
I love how
God.
they made a Disney skating game and they didn't decide to do like rock versions of Disney songs or just
Thank
like
God.
rock. They literally just licensed ska music.
Yeah, good. They were right to do it. Frankly, I don't support covers of Disney music anymore. So, no, this soundtrack is fine. They're trying to be extreme, David. There's nothing extreme about the Tiki Room.
There's nothing more extreme than
Oh,
Real
I
Big
mean,
Fish.
Differ.
I love that song, though. I mean, it's not really a skateboarding song, but I still fucking love that song.
Right.
I guess the part that threw me off is because it's Disney, I am surprised at the use of licensed music. I just assumed Disney would pull from their library of songs, whether it's covers or
let's go skating.
I was gonna say, you remember the classic soundtrack to 101 ska bands, right?
God.
what a movie.
I'm trying to it's Toy Story, it's Lion King, and it's what else?
Tarzan.
Okay, so yeah, pulling from those three movies,
Yeah, man.
the music available would not be songs I would want to skateboard to.
You don't want to skateboard to Randy Newman?
I skateboard exclusively to Phil Collins and Randy Newman.
Okay,
God.
Hakuna Matata. That would be okay to skateboard to.
Yeah. That's not bad. That's
Circle
not a
of
bad
Life,
choice.
maybe.
I can't just
Yeah.
wait to be king. That
I could do that, yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
close.
I mean, can you picture starting at like a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater level and you're about to drop in on a ramp and it goes, subway, yeah. It's like, all right, cool, I'm bought in. Why not?
Yeah, right. I've never been more disappointed than I am just now knowing that doesn't exist. Oh my god.
Is there a Pride Rock based like skating area?
Can you
That,
grind off
just-
of it.
God, I would grind Pride Rock.
Oh god,
man.
I had the list pulled up earlier, but I do think Pride Rock is on there. I think the Pride
Yeah, it
Rock,
fucking better be.
Elephant Graveyard, and
Yeah.
I forget what the third.
It's like,
See-
is Pride Rock one of the areas like based on the Lion King? I'm gonna bet so, since 60 to 70% of the movie takes place at Pride Rock.
I'm just saying, it could be none of the areas. They could be skating around fucking video game arenas or warehouses or Disney World. It better fucking take place in Andy's room. The fucking, I don't know, the Al's Toy Barn,
And now
Pride
it's gonna
Rock.
be the Pizza Planet.
Can you do a kickflip over that stampede?
God, yeah, save Mufasa. Can you alter the events of the movies by playing?
Skateboard.
Say Mufasa with a sick kickflip.
Or no. Oh my god. This is okay. Warning, this is gonna be a little poor taste. So
No way.
when Mufasa's holding on, and instead of Scar doing the thing with his claws, you go and grind the edge, and that's what knocks him off.
Well, why would you kill your own dad?
Well, no, Simba doesn't do it. Like Tarzan or something does it.
Well, why would Tarzan kill Mufasa?
Because
Have you
gorillas
seen
are
Tarzan?
the natural enemy of the lion.
He kills a big cat in the movie.
Yeah, he hates them.
I just assume all heroes in these things get along. If if they
No.
meet in Kingdom Hearts, they don't try to like kill each other.
That's
Yeah,
Kingdom
but
Hearts. This
typically
is Skate Adventure.
It's
Typically-
extreme skate adventure.
you only have one Disney, other Disney character. Like you don't ever have Tarzan and Simba in the same team.
I guess so. Yeah. So
Yeah, so you
'Cause they
do.
try to kill each other.
they don't have to answer these questions.
Are you guys
Jeez.
interested in hearing some of the characters you can skate as?
No.
Hell yeah! Do a lightning round.
Oh shit!
I want to. Kill
All right.
Mufasa as Sid.
All right, so we'll just go around the horn, starting with David. David, name a character you can skate as.
Buzz Lightyear.
Yes. Jesse, name a character you can skate as.
Woody.
Yes. John, name a character you can skate as.
Simba.
Can you be more specific? There's two Simbas in the movie.
I thought you were about to
Kids.
say there's two Simbas in the game.
Young Simba.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, David.
Timon.
You're halfway there.
Timon and Pumbaa.
Yes.
What?
Together. Jesse.
Tarzan.
Yes. Well, young Tarzan. I'll just give you that one because I don't think people would think about it like Lion King. John.
Fucking Tarzan's ape friend.
Yes. Tantor.
Thank you.
Just David.
Wasn't Tantor the elephant?
Oh, okay. Yeah, the elephant. Whatever. It's what. Go on, David.
I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I'm gonna say Kerchak.
Is that short for Tech, the name of the gorilla? Or Tech?
That's what I was trying to think of.
We'll just give it to you. This isn't a real lightning round. Jesse, go ahead. Let's take another guess.
Rafiki.
Yes.
Ooh.
That'd be fucking
That's
dope.
he's one of the unlockable characters.
Hell
John,
yeah.
John,
Tony Hawk.
I wish. We're down to two more. We're down to two more characters, so I'll just give them to you guys. It's
No. Do one more around the horn.
all right. One more around the horn. There's two characters left. Do you guys want to know what games they are or what movies they are?
No,
No.
Okay, David, go ahead.
I'm gonna guess Jane.
Yes, and I'm sorry, there are three characters. I skipped Jane.
Hmm.
So there's now for real. There's two more characters. Jesse,
Slinky Dog.
no.
Oh,
Aw.
John,
Let's go back to the Lion King with Nala.
young Nala. Yes.
wow. Nice.
The only one missing from that was Emperor Zurg,
Interesting choice.
also an unlockable character.
I would have thought
Yeah.
like Ham or Rex.
Well, I'm not sure how those would make good skateboarders, but then again, Emperor Zurg doesn't really seem to have feet, so I'm not sure either. Like, weird. Johnny, you know what's extra weird? This is you ushering in a new dark era of Name That Tune.
Yeah.
This is so confusing on a number of levels.
Well, I finally got ska on the show, which is pretty dark on its own. Specifically, I got
It's
Real Big Fish on the
finally-
show.
I was going to say, yeah, as though this hasn't happened in the past. God, you finally did it, John. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, so did you ever actually play this, John? Did you play the Extreme Skate Adventure? This was a PS2 release, so you would have been in high school. Did you do it? Did you rent it?
Game 2.
That's, kind of what I thought.
So this game, sorry, lost my trivia for a second. While there were 2 spin-off titles, this game features the longest gap in the series, as the last mainline entry was released just over 10 years prior. John, you seem upset. Okay, that's going to work really well for podcast listeners. Do you guys have your answers written?
Yeah.
All right, so John says Zelda Triforce Heroes, sadly incorrect. Johnny has drawn a penis, also incorrect. Jesse has a confused drawing, but the correct answer of Pikmin 4. Jesse obviously drawing a ghost and Pac-Man, which are not in Pikmin. Yeah, Pikmin 4. I was so excited when this game got announced. I was super hyped. I really wanted to play it because I was thinking, like, I love the Pikmin games. I mean, I never played the first one, and I skipped over the third one, and I didn't play the, like, mobile game or that weird 3DS spin-off. Do I like Pikmin? But I bought it, and I played it, and fuck yeah, this game's awesome.
So you've played Pikmin's 2 and 4 now?
Yes.
Interesting choice.
I think one of the reasons that I like these two is because, as I understand it, they're the only games without time limits. Like, you have a daytime limit, but not a scheduled amount of time. Like, the first game, you have to beat it in 30 days, and I'm not about that life. Like, I just want to explore and goof around and pick up cute little plant people and attack strange, bizarre, terrifying monsters. And find batteries.
It looks really cool. And I've heard nothing but just great things about this one.
I would agree with them. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I know we use this word a lot, but it is so damn charming. And the fact that you don't have a limit, so you really can just kind of go at your own pace, is really, really nice. I also like the new Pikmin type, because this introduced the like weird ghost Pikmin and the ice Pikmin, and the ice Pikmin are hella fun to use because they will freeze enemies. So you can throw a couple freeze an enemy and then throw the rest of your whole fucking army at it. And it also introduced Ochi, the adorable dog like thing.
He doesn't have
How
a
is that
nose.
thing?
He's adorable, and he's actually very useful because you only control one captain, but you can like upgrade Ochi, because you can send Ochi to attack on its own to carry stuff, and you can also train Ochi to like guide Pikmin, so you can kind of get 2 captains in a way, for like multitasking. And yeah, it's just a really fun game. It's the first Nintendo game made in the Unreal Engine. It looks insanely gorgeous. I thought by this point somebody else would have played it, but I guess not.
Nah. I decided against it. I was gonna get it with the other half of my Nintendo Online voucher thing. I got Tears of the Kingdom back when it came out, and I was gonna get this, and then they announced Super Mario Wonder, and I was like, oh, okay, no, I'm gonna get that. So,
Fair.
because I played less Pikmin than you. I rented the first 2 a couple of times, and I never bothered with 3 on the Wii U. And yeah, it's like, nah, my son really loved the trailer for this game, but he's not old enough to really play and enjoy the game. So, no, I'm not going to get that. But then once Super Mario Brothers Wonder comes out with its 8 playable characters and its damage-proof Yoshis, yeah, we'll play the hell out of some of that. So that was my entire thought process. I'm glad that people are enjoying Pikmin 4. I'm glad that, I don't know, the series continues on for some reason. Every 10 years or so, you get a new Pikmin. And I'm glad for those dogs, man. But, that Ochi really seems cute. But, David, what's the deal with the slightly evil Ochi, the green, tired-looking Ochi?
So I haven't beaten the game, so I haven't completed the story, so I don't know for sure. But you're part of a rescue crew who's trying to find other explorers on this planet. And you run into
like covered in moss or something?
No, I think it's just green.
Oh, okay, cool.
And as you're exploring, you run into basically like a captain that has like a spiky fruit for a head who has the green Ochi, and they're also trying to take they're unconscious, but like the other unconscious captain people. So it's like, why are they stealing them? Like, I haven't quite figured out why per se. But yeah, I don't think it's evil. I think it's just working for someone who is corrupted by something.
Right. Yeah. It's just a rival. It doesn't read as evil. It reads as, I don't know, just off. It's pretty cute. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I feel like the green Ochi is cuter than the actual Ochi. Can you eventually befriend 2 Ochis and have a squad of various dog-like creatures to do your bidding?
Again, I don't know for sure. I really, really hope so, though.
Yeah, me too. Because that would be a whole different game. A dog training game that's also a Pikmin game.
One thing that I do like is you can get all of your Pikmin on top of Ochi and like ride Ochi around. If you do that, you can charge an enemy, and once you charge and hit them, all the Pikmin fly onto the enemy at once. So you can just like attack with like 100 Pikmin at once.
Okay, that's actually kind of awesome. Saves you all those taps.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, it's a very fun, enjoyable little game, and I kind of forgot how much I liked Pikmin. And then, like I said, I played this. I was like, oh yeah, I really like this.
So how many did they add? Like, is there now like a...
What's up with those glowing Pikmin?
250 Pikmin you have to catch now? What is it?
Yeah.
No, there's now 9 Pikmin. There's red, yellow, blue, white, and purple, the flying ones and the rock ones, and then they added ice and glow. The glow Pikmin come out at night because you can actually explore at night now. There's like special little weird glowing mushrooms that you kind of have to protect, and the glow Pikmin help you with that. But yeah, they're just like these lime green ghost Pikmin.
Cute.
Oh, so there's wait, so only 9? I thought there was like over 2,000 Pikmin.
I mean, you can get up to like 200 at a time, I think.
Well,
But
no,
not
usually
2,000.
you just have 6 at once.
No, you're thinking of Pokemon.
Oh! Come!
I honestly forgot who still said to that one. That surprised me.
Doesn't like surprise come.
But yeah,
Anyway,
it's a very fun, charming game. I recommend it to everyone.
cool. Yeah, I'll probably play it as much as I played the last couple of Pikmin games. You know, I'll have a fondness for it that it will never be requited. I will never. I don't know, man. It's going to be disappointing in like a few months when my son remembers, hey, what about Pikmin 4? And I'm going to have to explain to him that we didn't get it and, I don't know, lie to him about how it never came out or something.
Yeah, they canceled it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
we
sorry,
didn't
kid.
we didn't get that game because you're too dumb to play it right now. But like in a couple years, maybe.
I mean, it's tough to explain that to a kid, but like, it's the fact of the matter. Like, he's still kind of playing Mario Kart with the bumpers on. It's like he's not ready for Pikmin 4. Fucking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has actually been somewhat ruinous to his ability to learn how to actually play a game. The game kind of plays itself, and he thinks he's good at it.
The pussification of America.
I'm saying, man, we're raising a nation of squibs, man. I've had enough of it. This
We'll
kid,
see.
he thinks he's hot shit in a champagne glass, and every time I turn those fucking bumpers off, he finds out that he's a cold turd in a solo cup.
See, here's the thing. It's like, yeah, he thinks he's really good at Mario Kart. That's when you come in with the red shell and teach him who's boss.
Yes, I do that frequently. That's like the name of my game. Remind him that Dad runs the show. Fucking, jump in my Iggy cart and just haul ass on him. Fuck up all the the character's AI. He finished his last. I finished first. He stops playing.
Are we entering a new era? Like, there's always the whole thing about, dads having to deal with the day their kid beats them at basketball. Are we entering a new era where dads have to deal with their kids beating them at Mario Kart?
I mean, no, because Mario Kart's not a thing to be fucking like competitive over. But like, I'm sure that kids surpassing their dad in gaming is a thing that happens constantly these days. Like,
Well, I mean, for me, it happened like day one, but
well, yeah. Your kid's a genius, John.
I was gonna say, wait, your kid beat you on day one?
Yeah. That kid came out of the womb good at Sonic. It's wild. But yeah, no, it's really easy for our generation to beat our dads because in general they didn't play video games. If you're, a parent like mine, you laughed and just like kind of giggled at how silly it was to even be playing a video game. But no, guys like us that grew up that have kids, I'm sure we're constantly being put in our place by our superior gaming kids. And then the thing is, we probably just refuse to play the games on their terms. Like, no, son, you can't beat me because I won't play Fortnite. Like, I simply refuse to.
Your kids can't beat you at video games if you never have kids.
Yes, that's true, David.
John, your logic is exactly the same logic I think a lot of dads use when they lose at basketball for the first time. Like, no, you know what? I don't actually like basketball. This game sucks.
Hey, I won't be playing this with you anymore. Plain and simple. So the real key to the whole thing is to never engage with your parents or your kids in any way.
Don't
Just
talk to them.
be your own person.
I feel like that's not a recipe for generational trauma.
Yeah.
No, it's a recipe for bootstrapping.
Exactly. Just be for, kids learning how to fucking build things. Jeez, we used to build things in this country, fellas.
You can be that guy, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who built his own log cabin and lived in it, and then went home to his parents to do his laundry. True story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Pikmin 4.
Resilience.
Yeah, if my son learns how to play Pikmin 4 and buys it for himself with his money that he earns from his job, then yeah, we're going to enjoy Pikmin 4 in this house. But, I won't be enjoying it for him. No. Not up in here.
Game 3.
All right, guys. So a little hint on this game. Let's see here. Players can unlock new weapons and abilities after defeating bosses, including the ability to transform into mecha. All right. Who's got some answers? Let's see here. So David says 20XX, which is incorrect. John says Baldur's Gate 3, which I really wish was correct. And Jesse has the correct answer. This is Zero Ranger. This is our fan request from the evening. It came from CX Strife over in our Discord. Our Discord is a great place to make some fan requests. Go to GameThatTune.com. There's a little Discord link on there. And yeah, Zero Ranger. Any of you guys play it?
No, not since the last time it was featured on the show.
Oh, son of a bitch. It's been on the show.
I was
God
about to
damn
say,
it.
I was
It
like,
was on the Jeopardy episode, Johnny. It was,
I was like,
2
this
weeks
was a
ago.
Jeopardy clue, wasn't it?
Oh.
Yes.
Does that
You
count?
fool. No, nothing about Jeopardy counts. Those are unofficial episodes. They're non-canon.
Okay, great.
But yeah, no. But what counts is that you fell for CX requesting this again. Jeez,
He really likes that game.
he does.
Yeah. Seems like a pretty good game. I don't know a lot about it. It's a shmup. Yeah. Shmup, you turn to mechs.
I assume there are no Rangers?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any Rangers.
No, there shouldn't be based on the title.
I think he should, doesn't have to be today, but at some point call the voicemail and just give like a 1 minute rundown of why you love Zero Ranger. And then we'll play it next time and be like,
Or hey, I got an even better idea. Nominate it for Game That Tune Game Club. Put it out there on the Discord. Say, hey guys, I think you should all play Zero Ranger, and we'll vote on it. And if we all decide to play it, then over the course of coming month, some of us will play it. Most of us will complain about it.
What is the GTT Game Club?
Jesse, GTT Game Club is a little thing that we started just this past month on Game That Tune's Discord, where we take suggestions from our fans, our Discord users, of games, usually older games, maybe easy to access, cheap games. I'm not going to say emulatable games, but you can draw whatever conclusions you want from what games get chosen and voted on. It's kind of like a book club. We suggest a game, we vote on it, and then we all play it over the course of a month. We're currently halfway through the month of September, and this month's game is Golden Sun on the Game Boy Advance. A game that I think a lot of people probably voted for, not realizing it was not yet available on the Nintendo Switch online service. But still a very fun game should you find a way to acquire it and play it. And we're all playing together. We're sharing our experiences. Johnny's playing a Game Boy Advance RPG for the first time in his life and talking about it. We're all having a lot of fun. It's a way to find a new game to play and share it with some friends. GTT Game Club. It's there in Discord.
Now, John, I have a question. You said that it was in Discord, but this seems like the kind of thing that would work as a hashtag on social media or a place where you could talk. Is there a social media site where you can discuss Game That Tune Club?
Yes, it's x.com.
No!
Most of us quit it months ago, but some of us are still there arguing about games. But also, there's GameThatTune.club, the home for Game That Tune's social media server. It's a great place that I frequently forget to log into. But yeah, it's GameThatTune.club, the social media site run by us out there on the old Fediverse, the non Twitter that we got there. It's really fun. You should join that too.
If you're on one of the other ones like Mastodon, just search for the hashtag GTT Game Club. You'll find it.
You will. People search for that hashtag all the time.
Wasn't he married to like Britney Spears?
GTT Game Club?
No, the Fediverse.
John Mastodon? Oh, wait. Oh, you're thinking of Kevin Federline, Jesse.
Oh, not Kevin Fediverse.
Two different
Johnny,
people.
can you check on Kevin.fed as a instance of Game That Tune Club? see if we can acquire that for less than $60,000 or so, because we need to bring the K-Fed fans into Game That Tune, and there are so many of them. Him, his two kids, presumably whoever he's married to currently. Game That Tune Game Club and Game That Tune .club, both fun things. And I think Zero Ranger, depending on how much it costs, would be a very good inclusion for this kind of thing. Because, I mean, it's, CX is really hyping up this soundtrack and this game. And I think it would be pretty fun for all of us to play it. Not that it really takes an excuse to play a game like this, but having something like GTT Game Club, it I don't know, it motivates you, it focuses you.
It's nice
again,
to have
in a lot of cases, it makes people complain like we're assigning homework somehow. It's really absurd.
I'm sorry about that. I know that's me.
it's no, Johnny. Let's just sorry CX that we're not really going to talk about Zero Ranger, but let's talk briefly about Johnny's fucking updates on GTT Game Club. They're fine, but I understand it, Johnny. Game Boy Advance RPGs are a little slower than modern games. It feels like you're playing it for longer, even though really in the big scheme of things, playing a 20-hour game over the course of 30 days ain't that serious. You set aside some time. I know we're all busy. We're adults. We have jobs. We have fucking, wives and social lives. But for those of us that don't, there's Game That Tune Game Club. So it's fun. It's a fun way to, again, find a new game. And I think also part of it is there is the healthy response of, I'm not fucking playing this game. I gave it the old college try and I'm setting it down. But I think it's pretty fun to try something and really see it through, because in the case of Golden Sun, it's only revealing itself to be a better and better game as I play it. So
I will say one thing I did appreciate about this not being on the Switch is if this had made it out for the Switch and I started playing on the Switch, there's no fast forward on the Switch. On MGB, on other platforms, there's a fast forward key. You can get through that dialogue a lot quicker, because that's my one gripe is some of those dialogue scenes. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on?
Sure. Yeah, God forbid you pay attention to the story, Johnny. But yeah, no fast forward button, but there is a rewind button. So if you fuck something up, you can undo it, which is nice. But Golden Sun, fun game. Zero Ranger. I'm gonna put it on the board for next month's Game That Tune Game Club. Pretty fun.
Me too.
But, yeah, I agree. Let's all just vote Zero Ranger next month. I don't care how much it costs, Scott. If
it's not an older game,
it's like $10, I think, on Steam.
Oh, it's like an
Jesse's pissed. See, just talked him out of it. It's not Zero Wing. It's not Power Rangers. No, Jesse. It's a newer game.
All your base.
Yeah, you fool. But yeah, good game, good soundtrack. I appreciate CX requesting it repeatedly. Sorry that none of us have played it and we can't properly honor it, but that's how it goes. Come on, it's bound to happen.
We talk about that Disney Skate game more.
We could, Johnny. Let's just real briefly mention that you forgot to mention that there are human characters besides the Disney characters, and one of them
Hold on.
is
So they did a whole nationwide casting call to get human players in the game. So most of those human people are based on real people. And by most, I mean by most all. But only one of them is actually particularly famous. And that is Little Romeo is a playable character in this game.
Yep. Yeah. Man, Johnny, you really know how to bury the lead. You fucking bring a Disney skateboarding game with Simba and Little Romeo, and you don't bring up Little Romeo. He's not so little anymore, Johnny. He should beat your ass. That guy's like our age. He should fucking smoke your ass, Johnny.
Was he?
I know he
was. Little Romeo in the Fast and the Furious movies?
That was Lil Bow Wow. He should also smoke your ass.
Son of a bitch.
You better not mix up your Lils, Johnny. It's a dangerous game you're playing here.
What?
Yes. Don't even think to say who that is.
Game 4.
Yeah, good. Safe move. I'm closing.
All right. So this game features the following dinosaurs: Ankylosaurus, Baryonyx, Carnotaurus, oh god, Deinonychus,
Deinonychus.
Dilophosaurus. God, I should have gotten better trivia. Pachycephalosaurus, Pteranodon, Raptor, Sinorhynchosaurus, Stegosaurus, Suchomimus, Triceratops, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. All right, let's see some answers.
Easy.
Oh man, I wish. So Johnny wrote boobs with 2 S's.
Oh, that's supposed to be a Y. God, that does look like 2 S's. It's supposed to be boobsy.
I was gonna say I thought it said boobsy.
Yeah. Okay. John had said Armored Core 6, which is incorrect. David says Turok from 2006. That's also incorrect.
Come.
This is Exoprimal. It's a Capcom game. You've heard of Capcom.
Yes.
So when they showed this game, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's going to be Dino Crisis," because there's a lot of dinosaurs, and it seemed as though the dinosaurs were in kind of a crisis, and they were like, "No, this is just a new IP." And when it came out, it was on Game Pass, so I did play a bunch of it. I think I probably got through half of it, according to the like percentage thingy. And it's pretty enjoyable. It's a fucking video game ass video game. Like if you sat like a 8-year-old down and you're like, make a video game, kid, that kid might be like, okay, so you're in like a cool robot suit and there's dinosaurs everywhere and you gotta shoot the dinosaurs in your cool robot suit. And that's what this game is your fucking your it's like kind of character based, because all the suits, all the mech suits have different abilities and different weapons. And it's oh man, it's really cool. It has this neat like gameplay loop, where it's like you go into an area with a team of 4 players against 5 other players, and you play these games for this crazy AI that usually involves raining dinosaurs, and then sometimes you end the match by fighting the other team, or just doing something faster than the other team, or on the rare occasion you team up, which is neat. Then you go back to your base, skip through the meaningless cutscenes, upgrade your mech suits, and whatnot. Then the game sort of plays out in like a time loop where you like go into like an area with a team of like 4 other players against 5 other players, and you play these games for like this crazy AI that usually involves raining dinosaurs. And then sometimes you end the match fighting the other team or just doing something faster than the other team. Or on rare occasions, you even team up, which is neat. Then you go back to your base and, skip through meaningless cutscenes and upgrade your mech suits and whatnot. And then the game, it kind of plays out in this time loop where you go into like an area with a team of 4 players, 4 other players, against 5 other players, and you play these games for this crazy AI.
Okay. Where do the dinosaurs come into this?
Okay, so
what the fuck?
So
get to the fireworks factory.
There's a little bit. I have absorbed a little bit of the story because, again, like I said, I skipped through most of these fucking cutscenes.
How could it possibly be important? You're wearing cool armor suits and fighting dinosaurs with future weapons.
See,
how could there possibly be an important story?
It's wild. Like, you create a character, and I made like the himboest ass Jesse I could. He looks great. And anytime there's a cutscene and I just show up in the background, I look, it's like this is a fucking, again, video game ass video game. Like, it's about like, again, like
dinosaurs.
So like, okay, they just open these portals. There's this big AI computer thing, and it's trying to become smarter and figure out the best way that to make these robot suits better. And for whatever reason, the only way they can do that is by fighting like thousands of dinosaurs. I guess that's the
Mhm.
metric. It's like, can this mech suit fight a bunch of fucking dinosaurs?
AI
And-
is
I mean,
smart and good.
That makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
And
Yeah,
so, but
adds up.
the funny thing about this game that cracks it every time I played it, when this happens, it at least makes me smile. And that's well, it's like a 2-part thing. It's like you'll hear like this computer voice that'd be like, raptors incoming, and it's just so calm, and it's like, oh great. And then you just see this big purple hole open up in the sky, and then
Alright.
raptors just fucking fall out of it. And the thing that makes me laugh is a lot of the raptors seem to not know this is about to happen, so they like fall on their necks or like on their backs or like just, it's like they're being just teleported from some place and
So are you
dropped.
telling me the raptors are not like cats?
No,
not-
they fall on their fucking, like the only ones that always land on their feet are like the big boys, like the Triceratops or the
Yeah,
fucking Ankylosaur, which
big
like,
cats.
I gotta say, the one of the mech suits has this big fucking shield, and when like the Triceratops charges you and you pop your shield just in time and you stop that thing and you like skid on the ground, that's a really cool fucking feeling in a video game for some reason.
Yeah,
It's just
satisfying.
like
Good action.
yeah, like it's real cool game. It's like a perfect like waiting for something else to come out game, because like like a lot of it's just fucking like all the mechs have different abilities and whatnot. So there's like team comp sometimes. You know, you work together well, and you'll do better. And sometimes it's weird. Like sometimes you'll see like cutscenes you've seen before, but they, you know, write it off as if, well, you're in a fucking time loop. So sometimes you're gonna see shit you've already seen before.
It's lazy
And-
writing is what
yeah.
it is.
It is kind of lazy writing.
Yeah.
You know, but
Also,
it's
am I
just-
looking at this correctly? So you're fighting all these dinosaurs with all these future weapons. Are you not fighting them in the jungle?
No, you're fighting them in like the cities and shit.
Yeah, this is weird, man.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs just raging through future cities. Yeah.
And so, and like a lot of the times it's like, you know, oh, you just got to kill like 30 of these to go move to the next little area. But occasionally the AI is like, we're gonna turn on the we're gonna turn off the safety settings, and then like you see like this big fucking purple thing in the sky, and like it's like just like thousands of raptors. It's like you have to kill 2,000 raptors, and it's like, oh, okay, and by golly, there's fucking 2,000 raptors, and it's a
What's
cool fucking game.
So what's the answer to the little riddle there? Like, how do you kill 2,000 raptors?
Oh, you just gotta fucking do it. You gotta hunker down. Occasionally in those situations, like sometimes you'll fight like a fucking super T-Rex. And it'll be like, okay, both teams are working together. So it'll be like 10 fucking mech suits versus this giant T-Rex. And that's
dope.
pretty fucking awesome too.
Did they give the giant T-Rex arms?
No.
I
But
mean, the
sometimes
T-Rex
they have
has arms. They're just not very useful.
Thank you, David. Thanks.
sometimes they have like big
clarifying.
spikes or like shoot like lava, or sometimes lasers, or it's crazy. This
T-Rex
AI
with
thing.
laser arms sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
and it's got the fucking spitter dinosaur. Like every time I see one of that guy, I'm like, I think of Newman, so that's fun.
Rest in peace, baby. Nedry. Yeah. Can you make your character in this game look like Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park
No,
and take your revenge on those horrifying spitters?
When you say rest in peace, wait, is Nedry dead or is Wayne Knight dead?
Nedry's dead.
Oh,
Wayne,
okay.
Knight's,
Woo!
Yeah.
Wayne Knight's doing great.
Okay, I got worried.
Wayne Knight lost a ton of weight. He's living his best life.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he's doing it. Nedry famously spit in the face of dead. Never got to deliver that Barbasol can. But yeah, can you make yourself like a big fat '90s guy?
no.
that,
Well,
uh,
you know,
yeah. God,
so-
that'd be fun.
So you can get like skins and stuff in the game, for your robot suits, and
Just a fat suit with a Hawaiian shirt on.
well, they did have like some Halloweeny kind of stuff for like one of them. I know. Remember the big shield guy? I like to use him. One of the suits was like a Frankenstein's monster, which looked pretty fucking dope. I think there was like a weird like flesh golem thing, so it's not out of the possibilities.
I think
was
they need to work
thinking-
on this, man. I think they need to do some Jurassic Park themed DLC for Exoprimal because Capcom, they tend to support new IP very well. They need to really put all their a good team into getting some Jurassic Park licenses for this. You need at least 2 downloadable suit skins. You need Dennis Nedry, and then you need Dodson, and then you need Dennis Nedry to be able to point to the robot suit and go, "We got Dodson here, Dodson," and then tell everybody that nobody cares.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you imagine? They do all this marketing to announce that they have Jurassic Park DLC.
And one of the characters is Dodson.
Well,
And
no,
it's
and there's
not
there's
dinosaurs.
only 2 characters. One is Nedry, the other is Dodson. That's it.
Pretty good, man. Because then the natural response would be people on Twitter or Game That Tune Club saying, "Look, we got Dodson. Nobody cares." God, but I'm saying, I think that Dennis Nedry and Dodson, that might be one of the most endearing memes from Jurassic Park. Period. Point blank.
Yeah,
So-
it's a lot of use.
It might be, it might hit right, man. Fucking get some Exoprimal Dodson DLC.
How absurd.
Oh God, he's back.
I do think that Capcom does like to make skins of in the Monster Hunter games. They have cool skins representing the other games, and they've already said they're gonna have like a Ryu and it's either Chun-Li or Blanca that they're adding to Exoprimal in like a weird mech suit.
Oh, I was gonna say, are they gonna be mech suits or dinosaurs?
Mech suits. No dinosaur Ryu. That'd be pretty cool.
I
But
mean, naturally, I assume they're gonna do some fucking Resident Evil skins, probably like
Probably.
like a Leon mech.
But I'm hoping more like Mega Man and like Zero, because there's like some cool like sword using mechs that could easily have like Zero, and that would be so
I mean, yeah.
fucking cool. Zero
That just makes
slashing 2
perfect sense.
dinosaurs.
Because what Mega Man or what Capcom supports even better.
Oh
than
yeah, Mega Man.
its new IP is its Mega Man. They sure love supporting that IP. So, yeah, no, count on Resident Evil and Street Fighter, Jesse. Wishful thinking on the Mega Man.
Or
And,
Dino Crisis. Fucking give them people what they thought they were making to begin with.
It's really funny. I forgot that Capcom even made Dino Crisis. It's very funny they would announce a new dinosaur game and have it be like, it's a real new dinosaur game. It's not our existing dinosaur game.
This is a legit crisis too. It's fucking
Yeah,
raining
exactly.
dinosaurs.
God, it's a catchy title if it weren't
Oh.
already taken.
Also, real quick, this is kind of important for the gameplay. Whenever you fight each other, the 2 teams fight each other. At one point, you get a power up that lets you control a dinosaur on the enemy's area. So,
Dope.
like, sometimes you get to be the fucking T-Rex or the Ankylosaur or the Triceratops, and you just go and get to fuck those other players up. That's a good time.
All right, David, you've been suspiciously quiet. Pick your top dinosaur that you would control in the enemy's territory. Who's your dino boy?
I was just about to say I have been quiet this whole time mainly because I have been speechless, but Jesse, this is a multiplayer shooting game where you pilot mech suits fighting dinosaurs and you can control a dinosaur. My penis can only get so erect. This game sounds amazing, and I feel like I have to say Tyrannosaurus, but I would love to be a Triceratops just charging through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Big time Gorin going on. Fucking, very horny. That's how I'm feeling at the possibility of playing as a Triceratops.
It's cool, man. Charging through people and then just fucking getting fucked up. And you can die in some dumbass ways. You can get knocked off the level and stuff. So like fucking Triceratops is good at just bye guys. See you later.
Now, when you say in some dumbass ways, are we talking like just video game dumbass like silly ragdoll physics, or are we talking like Jurassic World Bryce Dallas Howard's assistant that gets killed in like the most cruel and inhumane way.
Oh,
Like,
the first thing.
Can you get teamed up on by a bunch of dinosaurs to suffer a really horrifying fate?
Well, okay,
when
so
you've had like no lines in the movie.
if you lose, the one of the best parts of the game too is when if your team loses, it has a scene of like your character being surrounded by dinosaurs, and they just start ripping parts of your body off,
Yeah,
and it
good.
looks really fucking painful. Like they rip your
Yes.
arms and then your head off, and it's really
Good.
fucked up. It's cool.
It's dope.
It's a neat game. Like really, it's a really, really solid just video game.
Yeah,
It definitely sounds like it.
Seems like the kind of thing that I should be more aware of. I didn't realize until you started talking about it, and I looked it up. This game came out this year, not 2 months ago.
Yeah.
This is brand new. And if I heard about this at like an E3 or I guess they don't do it at E3 anymore. If Jeff Keighley told me about this at some point, I fucking straight up forgot about it. So like maybe marketing is tough these days, or maybe Capcom's not doing the right kind of marketing or something. I don't know. This seems like a very fun game that I should be made aware of. So I'm gonna. I'm not a Game Pass guy, obviously, but I am a PS5 guy. I'm gonna go look this up, man. I don't know if it's on PlayStation Plus or whatever, or if I'll pay another year of PlayStation Plus at any point. But worth looking into, man. Fucking dinosaurs. Come on, it's
a cool game.
It's a game like it speaks to your inner child. It really does. Pew pew
Robots and
pew.
dinosaurs.
Badass robot suits and also dinosaurs. I mean, like, come on. It's why we fucking all started making video games. I say we, as we all worked for video game developers at some point. But yeah, no, this is a fucking dream game. Shouldn't just have come and gone already within 2 months. So, damn shame, guys. We have to save it. We got to put it in Game That Tune Game Club and hashtag it properly and get this game back in the public consciousness, man. We got to do it. So,
I'm down.
get ready.
I'm on it.
Exoprimal. It's the dinosaurs are going to come in and eat Golden Sun's lunch. Everybody's going to be playing Exoprimal next month. It's going to be great. Sorry, Zero Ranger, but dinosaurs.
Outta here.
Not here. Yeah, you've been super replaced.
How many dinosaurs do you have?
We'll have to-
0.
I was going to say we'll have to get CX to answer that, but I'm betting it's less than Exoprimal. So, Jesse, anything else on this fantastic, apparently Capcom game that does exist?
No, play it.
Dope. We should.
Game 5.
All right, guys. So, if this game is played on the Game Boy Player, there is the option to use the Rumble feature using the GameCube's controllers.
I'm sorry, did you say the Game Boy player or Game Boy Advance player?
The difference.
One is Game Boy and one is Game Boy Advance.
Well, I think I have to look it up, but didn't they call it the Game Boy player on the GameCube, even though it was actually a Game Boy Advance player? It could be they call it the Game Boy Advance player.
Oh, Johnny, you're so right.
Okay, my mistake.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Out of line.
It was a confusing name.
Agreed.
They could have just called it
Trivia, 'cause there's so little trivia about this game that wouldn't give it away.
They could have just called it the Game Boy Cube Advance.
Jesse stuck his dick in the Game Boy player. Terrible idea. David says Yoshi Topsy Turvy. Terrible idea. Johnny says WarioWare Tilt and Tumble. Terrible idea. No, everybody's wrong. No, guys. After our episode last week, I was feeling a certain vibe. I was feeling my balls, thinking about that pinball aesthetic. And instead of Kirby's Pinball Land, I decided to go to the Game Boy Advance for some Pokemon Pinball. Pokemon Pinball, Ruby and Sapphire on the Game Boy Advance.
I was about to say, it's like, haven't we used Pokemon Pinball before?
We sure
But
have.
not Ruby and Sapphire.
We've used
No, we have
a
not.
Pokemon pinball.
And now we've used all the Pokemon Pinballs.
We can close the book on Pokemon pinballs.
Yeah, I was really disappointed to find that out in picking this game. I thought, wait a minute, they probably make a fucking handheld Pokemon pinball game for almost every generation. No, they did it twice. They haven't done it since. Been fucking 20 years since they did a Pokemon pinball. What the hell? This seems like the kind of cut and dry bonus Pokemon game that just makes so much sense. A fucking pinball game. You play the pinball, you catch them all. It just makes sense. And for some reason, they haven't done it since the Game Boy Advance. They put this Game Boy Advance game out on the Wii U eShop as part of the Virtual Console, but they haven't released it again since. I would play this on the Switch, like right fucking now, man. I like me a pinball game. As we discussed last week, I like a character pinball. These Pokemon pinball games, very charming. There's Pokemon all over the board. Your ball is a Pokeball. You can, again, catch Pokemon by playing a game of pinball. You hit a Pokemon appears in the middle of the board. You hit it with the ball. You catch it. You hit it like 3 times and you try to catch it. And if you have a hard time doing it, guess what? There's little sections of the board, little bumpers that if you bump them, it upgrades your ball. You can get a great ball or a master ball, whatever, and then try and catch that Pokemon again. I forgot all about that detail until I was reading about this. I'm like, oh yeah, God, I did play a good amount of Pokemon pinball with the Game Boy. Why the fuck didn't they keep making these? There's so many Pokemon that nobody's caught in pinball form now. Like, why would they do Gen 1, Gen 3, and never again? What's the deal? Johnny, explain.
My guess would be that they didn't have an equivalent of the Game Boy Player on later consoles. Like,
Well,
you're
you
not
didn't
gonna
have to play a Game Boy Player. You had to play. You could play it on just your Game Boy Advance or your DS once that came out. Got a DS Pokemon pinball game. How fucking open and shut is that fucking thing? There's 2 screens. It can be a larger displayed area. Like,
Well, yeah,
you
John.
could have the screen to jostle or fucking bump the pinball table. It's not rocket surgery here, fellas.
I think technically any game on the Nintendo DS is an open and shut.
Oh,
Oh man.
well done, sir.
Come.
So
No, you are right. It's man, very clamshell system that. But no, I mean seriously, Pokemon Pinball on the DS, 3DS, whatever. I mean, the only limitation, obviously, on the DS would be, I guess, the screen size. It was pretty small for a while there, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy to me that I was looking at this. I'm like, oh man, yeah, that's a good like random Pokemon Pinball game to choose. Oh wait, there aren't anymore. What? Like, how was there not at least one every other generation? Why didn't they do 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9? Like, fine, no even generations. We get it. You don't like them. Like, but put these out every few years. I mean, come on.
maybe every Prime generation.
Exactly. That, you skip 2, so you get a, wait a minute. What's the prime number again?
It can't be divisible by anything else. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 11,
Right, thank you.
13.
Well, they haven't gotten there in terms of Pokemon generations yet. But yeah, I don't know. I'm flummoxed by the fact that these didn't exist past the Game Boy Advance, because I mean, it's just charming pinball, and it seems like, especially as systems get the ability to have things downloaded onto them, you can pretty easily continue to make and update Pokemon Pinball, like new tables. These tables don't have to be radically different from each other. The Sapphire table is not radically different from the Ruby table in this game.
Well, it's just like Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire are not radically different.
I agree.
Yeah.
And, it's just not that hard to add another pinball table. But, okay, in this case, the flippers are here. And this, this goes around like a ramp. Whereas on this one, there's a bumper up there. Done. Fucking, box it, ship it, add the next generation of Pokemon to it. And that's that. Yeah. But
I feel like, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a huge fan of the games, but I feel like it was a huge missed opportunity to not have Sun and Moon, because not only do you have the tropical settings and all the like new and unique Pokemon, but the fact that those games also have the Ultra Beasts, like those seem like pinball boss monsters to me.
Yes. I haven't played Sun and Moon, so I can't really speak to that. But like, it's not that hard to also make little bonus areas on these Pokemon pinball games. I mean, the one for fucking, for Ruby and Sapphire, the boss stages, they're pretty straightforward. You get a fucking like a garden stage with a Kecleon that can turn invisible. You got to hit it with a ball. Fucking, you fight Groudon. He's creating rock slides and shooting lava. You got to get past it and hit him. Fucking, there's a graveyard with Duskulls and Dusclops, and you got to beat them. Fucking, there's Kyogre with whirlpools and ice. And then there's a fight against Rayquaza. This isn't complicated stuff. Like, it's, take a Pokemon, hit it with pinball flippers. Like, that's it. Like, it's, you could do, you don't even need them to be like creative fucking Pokemon, or like, like I don't know. It just seems like the kind of thing, especially also, I don't know, like with Pokemon Go and people playing games on their smartphones, like, how has there not been a rise in pinball games or Pokemon like pinball games, since everybody's carrying around a fucking screen that's essentially the shape of a pinball table? Like, it just makes too much sense to fucking, play on a fucking a phone and, whatever aspect ratio, like holding a fucking iPhone in front of you and having, a couple of buttons to tap as your flippers makes almost too much sense. Add a microtransaction in there and you got a game that people will never stop playing. It's crazy. maybe have some, I don't know, unlockable ball loot boxes filled with balls or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want a multi-ball, you got to pay 99 cents. I don't know. It's just, I was surprised to find out that this series, the Pokemon Pinball spinoff series was 2 games. It just seemed like it would have been more because, I also wonder if they, after this generation, were like, these Pokemon ain't no good. we don't need to make a game featuring these things. Like these are, we'll pass.
But turns out they made 4 of them.
Wait, what?
Well, yeah, didn't David bring the 4th one to the show tonight?
God, Jesse, this is a real hard thing for me to explain to you. No, they did.
I was gonna say, it's like this is very difficult to explain. No,
I don't know how to tell you this, man, but no. Pikmin 4 is not the 4th Pokemon pinball game.
Oh, Pokemon! Fuck, I thought it was
Right.
Pikmin pinball.
Also pinball.
Hey, Pikmin pinball would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, Pikmin ball. Just it writes itself.
Yeah, pick Ballman.
Yeah, exactly.
Pinball.
Ballman. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Subtitle.
I'm not sure in what way Pikmin pinball writes itself, but I guess it could work. Would you be hitting like hundreds of small balls, or would you be acquiring Pikmin as your points, and then you have to take them into like a boss area? I'm not really sure how Pikmin ball would work.
I just figured the Pikmin like falling down this hill, and you just got to hit them back up with your flippers, and then.
So you want more of like one of those games that's like
a
filled with
pachinko
water,
thing.
the little water filled games where you press the thing and it shoots the little rings up, but you want it filled with Pikmin.
Or no, more like the pachinko ones with all the multi balls, and you can slap them up, and then they bounce off the thingies, and
Yeah, just like that. So yeah, not really Pikmin pinball at all.
Pikmin pachinko.
Yeah, Minko.
Pachinko.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, Chinkman.
No!
No, that didn't come out right. But yeah, Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, fun game, charming. The graphics are cute. Game Boy Advance really, when it wasn't trying to do 3D, made some nice looking games. And I don't know much about Gen 3 of Pokemon, but it's a charming generation. And now at this point, I want to make sure that everybody has their their hands up and their browser windows closed, because we got a lightning round, fellas.
Lightning round!
Man, let's talk about the Pokemon featured in Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. That's right. There were 200 different Pokemon in this game. And yes,
We have to name them all.
This is an eliminator lightning round. I'm going to ask you guys to name a Pokemon from Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. Excuse me for a moment. I'm going to ask you guys to name a Pokemon from Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, and it's stable of 200 Pokemon. And if you get one right, you get a point. And if you get one wrong, you're out of the round. It's an eliminator. Now, I should say, I'm only asking about the Pokemon that were featured on the cover art of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. And of those Pokemon, there are 10. So, there are 200 Pokemon in the game, and there are 10 Pokemon on the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. And so, this is going to be a quickie little lightning round. Let's see if you can name 10 Pokemon that appear on the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. And we're going to start with, of course, Jesse Moore.
Rayquaza.
Jesse's out. Rayquaza is not on the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
Hey, fuck you.
We're going to go to Johnny.
Mudkip.
Mudkip. I heard you like him. He's on the cover.
Hey, fuck you.
Oh shit! Well, no, that's not it.
My man!
Yeah, there we go. David, how about a Pokemon from the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire?
Pikachu.
David, that's a solid starting guess. Yes, Pikachu is on the cover. All right, Jesse, you're still out, so we're back to Johnny.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to say... Oh, man. I don't know his name. He's the Gen 2 fire starter, like Crocodile?
This is a Gen 3 game, Johnny. I really want you to think on that for a second.
Okay, hold on. Let me think a little bit harder here.
Crocodile?
I don't know what
You're
it's called.
thinking of Totodile, and he
Thinking
was
of
the one.
John Cena. Crocodile!
I'll just name a Pokemon I know. Mewtwo.
No, Mewtwo is also not on the cover. Johnny is eliminated. Jesus, this went south faster than I thought. All right, David, name another Pokemon from the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
Torchic.
Torchic. That's a Gen 3 Pokemon. That's correct. Jesse, you're back in for Johnny. Name a Pokemon.
Snorlax.
God, okay, Jesse is out again. All right, so we're back to David. David, name a Pokemon from the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
I hope this
Think
is the,
Gen 3.
As I say, I hope this is the first one. Trico?
Trico. That's correct. All right, back to David. David, name another Pokemon from the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire.
Kyogre.
Man, that's incorrect. Damn. That round ended so much quicker than I thought. David got 3. Johnny got 1. Jesse got none. Jesse, do you want to try one more?
Tepig.
No, there's sadly no Tepig on the cover of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. Johnny, any other guesses?
I'm going to guess Raichu.
Raichu. That famous version of Pikachu that made its way into our hearts and our Super Smash Brothers games. No, that's not in here. All right. And I will now open it up by sending you guys the image of Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire in the chat and ask you one more time to name a Pokemon that's on the cover of this game. David, Oh, you got one without looking?
I was going to say, I have not yet looked, but I got one more guess.
Go for it.
Kecleon.
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 Yes. That's yes, in a mini game and also on the cover of the game. All right, so now you got the image in front of you. Jesse, name one of these Pokemon.
Is that Spoink?
That is Spoink, which frankly every pinball bumper in this game should be a Spoink.
Yeah,
We'll disappoint they're not. Johnny, name one of these Pokemon.
I honestly can't.
You don't know that?
Oh, there's Pichu.
There's Pichu. You got it, Johnny. All right, David.
God,
Who are these last 3 Pokemon that are on this mysterious cover?
I know them. I don't know their name, though. I want to say
Sure.
The top middle is like Lantur?
Nope.
Okay.
Jesse, any guesses on these fucking Pokemon names?
Is that Whalmer?
That is Whalmer. And Johnny, any other guesses?
I'm gonna say that bottom left one is Sloppy Toppy.
You're wildly off base. No, it's not Sloppy. So the 2 that you didn't get up there in the top middle, the thing with the little the tentacle looking things, that's Chinchou. And then there is what appears to be a fatigued fungus of some sort named Shroomish.
Oh.
Don't you all love Shroomish?
What was the cat looking one down at the bottom?
Cat looking one.
Or was its picture weird?
Chinchou evolves into Lantern. Damn it.
Okay. There's next to Spoink, the cat looking one is fucking Kecleon. It's a fucking
Kecleon.
It's a lizard.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So they really put the hitters on this cover, guys. Not just Pikachu and the Gen 3 starters. You also had your Kecleons and your Chinchous and your Spoinks. It was a well marketed game. Just it really drew people in.
Give
People
him
love
a rub.
Pikachu. They love Pichu. They love Shroomish and Whalmer. Truly
Whalmer's kinda cute.
a ruinous lightning round in conception and execution. David gets a bonus point for getting the most right. Man, what a round! What a game! Pokemon Pinball. They should make a new one. That's my final thought. Yeah, they really should. Johnny, let's go to the, I assume, I don't know, devilishly cute calculating computer.
Oh, damn it. I didn't make a new calculating computer. Okay.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps.
Space!
Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is Jesse Moore.
He did it.
Hell
He's
yeah.
won it. He's back in the winner's circle. Jesse Moore, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, what a show. What a game.
Mm.
What a showing by you. So strong a showing that the lightning rounds in no way affected your score. And it didn't even make it close. So well played, sir. Man, it's been a fun show, but I'm looking forward to our next show now, Jesse. I want to know what you got for us. What do you got in mind for a theme for next week's episode?
I've been in a big sci-fi mood. So how about space games?
Space!
Yes. Can I go ahead and pencil you in for Starfield now, or should we wait until next week and I reveal my answer then?
I think you should wait because
Okay. Cool.
By the way, guys, speaking of Starfield, I don't play Starfield, but I highly recommend following. I highly recommend following Jesse on Game That Tune Club. He's been posting pictures of toilets in Starfield, and I've really been enjoying it.
Oh, really? I like that. I don't
boost
know why,
every time I
like-
see it. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, I've just been taking pictures of every toilet I see in Starfield, and when I think about it, I post them.
Taking pictures of any like of the weird contents of the lockers in that game. I feel like you open things up, you just discover a bunch of weird shit in that game. It's a Bethesda
Sometimes,
game after all.
Let's not talk about it right now because someone might pick it next week.
Yeah. Who would dare? Sorry for that intense preview of next week's show. It's not the only game Jesse's been playing. Wink. Cool. Yeah, space. What a theme. What a place. That'll be good. Space games on next week's episode. I think it'll be a blast. Off into outer space.
Come.
Cool.
This is troubling. Is that how you announce it, Johnny?
Yes.
Yeah. Somehow I use these pedals in bed. God. Yeah. So space games on next week's episode of Game That Tune. What a show it'll be. What a show. What a good show this has been this week, man. Guys, what a fun show. Thank you everybody so much for being here. Thanks everybody watching live with us. We're live every Wednesday night. We're here on twitch.tv/Game That Tune, the home for Game That Tune's hilariously strange Wednesday night live shows. That's the place to find it. We love you guys being here with us, chatting along with us, dropping jokes and episode tags in the chat. It really means a lot. We love seeing you guys. Want to thank everybody that checks us out in podcast form. Our podcasts come out Tuesday mornings, GameThatTune.com or anywhere that you get your podcasts. Subscribe, do the ratings, do the sharing, do the stuff. Do the podcast thing for Game That Tune. We love you guys listening there. Patreon.com/Game That Tune. That is the home for awesome exclusives. We've got Game That Tune Gems. We've got Game That Tune mixtapes. Jesse recently made a new mixtape that was there was some kind of subtext to that mixtape. Jesse, what was that tape about?
Well, all the songs were had to do with submarines and video games.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Jesse took a bunch of songs about submarines and smushed them together into one big mixtape.
Yep.
It was a good one. Yeah.
Jesse, I would go so far to say you absolutely crushed it with that mixtape.
Yeah. It was,
Yes, exactly.
It was new. It was a Titanic success.
Yes, you evaporated all expectations. It
One
was.
would say I was quite the mad cat at putting that together.
Oh. Yeah, so we got mixtapes, we got we got Game That Tune gems. I've suggested that Jesse do a new episode of Covered Up because we're discovering new video game cover bands. That's always fun. We got all kinds of fun, crazy crap going on over there at Game That Tune at our Patreon, patreon.com/Game That Tune. We appreciate you guys checking us out, supporting us. Keeping the lights on at our 24/7 video game music live stream, radio.gamethattune.com, gttradio.com, the place that we all get our video game music on the internet. It's the only source for it. Don't go to YouTube. Go to gttradio.com and then go to Patreon. That's the way to do it. Want to give a special shout out, of course, to our absurd fans on Patreon. You know I'm talking about Daniel Perky, Taylor Y, Sam L, Phoenix Tier 2121, Beast Pond, and the Kerrigan, a fantastic group of Patreon absurd fans that we've got. Thank you again to our requester this week. Johnny is going to thank the requester. Johnny, who gave us that request this week?
That would be CX Strife in our Discord.
Yes, CX, thank you so much for that request. Discord, great place to make those requests. GameThatTune.club that we've talked up more on this episode than normal. That's a good place to make your requests. Hit us up there. We love getting requests from you guys, pushing us to listen to new soundtracks and discover new tunes. We appreciate everybody making requests for Game That Tune. And guys, that's going to do it. Jesse, you've got bonus tunes.
I do.
It's time to blast us off into space with these bonus tunes, I assume.
Space!
It's funny you mentioned Zero Wing earlier because I chose bonus tunes. It's Mega Driver doing a cover of For Great Justice from Zero Wing.
Excellent. So sounds like all your bass are belong to us. And what more is there to say? Peace out, everybody. Disney Extreme Skate Adventure is copyright 2003 Activision and Disney. Pikmin 4 is copyright 2023 Nintendo of America Incorporated. Zero Ranger is copyright 2018 System Erasure. Exoprimal is copyright 2023 Capcom Company Limited. Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire is copyright 2003 Nintendo of America Incorporated and the Pokemon Company.